Welcome to Double Cypher's first YouTube video. This is actually an exciting day, and with this recording I'm actually having to use an iPhone 4S because I no longer have a camera to put on a tripod or anything, so apologize ahead of time. And this was kind of like a 200 like Facebook kind of thing. People may think, oh, 200 likes, that's not very much. But the PowerPC archive has been open for a year, and we have 200 likes on Facebook. I think that's pretty good for not even having a YouTube channel or a YouTube video on it. So this changes that, and this will be the first YouTube video. So what we have here is a iBook G4. If you can tell or not, it's actually pretty massive. For comparison, over here I have two other Macs. This is a 12-inch iBook G4. Line those up, and you can see that there's still a good little portion, like an inch or so on that side, and maybe like an inch and a half on that side. But besides that, they're pretty much the same exact computer, same ports, same functionality. Look at the ports. It's actually moved up a little forward on the 14-inch, but everything is the same, except for it has a 14-inch display. But before I get to that, I want to give a shout out to Robbie. He's the one who's been helping a lot with the PowerPC stuff, and it's been a great deal of help. So this iBook's in immaculate shape. I can't even see a scratch anywhere on it. And on the bottom, see if I can focus this, there's all brand new rubber feet. You see a few scratches down there, but on the top it's like perfect. So those are all rubber feet. They might be new, they might be used, I don't know. They just look new and good. And then this is actually still on the bottom of the computer. Like, looking at, well, I guess it is here, but it's kind of all falling apart on this one, and this one's missing two rubber feet. And this one has a G3 translucent battery. However, this one has, look at that, it's 4 lights. This is a Apple official battery with 16 charge cycles on it. And to top that, Robbie also has another one that I'll be getting with it very soon, so this thing will be full of all-day power. And the hard drive was replacing this with a 80 gig hard drive out of a 12-inch PowerBook, and usually when people do that, these things are stripped out. But this one actually, they're in pretty good shape. Robbie did an awesome job of not stripping those like everybody else in the world does. So, see, we can look at the ports first real quick. Be careful with it. It's like a baby. You have a modem, you have Ethernet, Firewire 400, 2 USB 2.0 ports, a mini VGA, and a headphone jack. So if you happen to have something like earpods, or a 30-pin cable, just kidding, is if you plug these in, you have to actually stick them out a little bit. Not that far, but you know, just a little bit, because it will have audio problems if you don't. That's only if you have a set of headphones that have like the 4-pin divider. So if you have like a regular aux cord or something, it'll be fine. So there's a little vent right there. The hard drives are right here on these. It's obviously on because we have a little sleep light. We have our little latch. Then going on to this side, we have a 4X SuperDrive and a 45-watt power adapter. I was going to say MagSafe, but that's all the Intel stuff. And then back there's just more vents. So, oops, go ahead and open this guy up. And this little bit right here is massive. I have Spotify open, but this little bit, pretty massive. What this reminds me of is how it's super thick up there. On the PowerBook is how you have just speaker grill. I see the same thing, it just being so wide, but instead of being up towards the top, it's on the side. So the keys actually look pretty good. It's really hard to see anywhere on them. The trackpad in this light, there's a little bit of wear, you can probably see right there. But this has the double finger scroll trackpad. And what's neat about this one is, first, it has Yosemite. Just kidding. It's actually a pack I've been working on. This will be part of the PowerPC archive stuff soon, so you can see every new folder. Here, I'll pull up that picture since I have it here. That was a picture I took earlier between the 17-inch PowerBook, the iBook, and then the 12-inch iBook. But anyway, in the icon pack, when you go to new folder, it'll actually make one with that neonish color. So we go ahead and trash that, and your trash bin also changes too. But anyway, the only thing that there's really any wear on is the little rubber feet in the corner, both of them. However, that seems super common because on the 12-inch iBook, the same thing happens here. Oops. See, like, yeah. And the iBook has a crack right there, and one somewhere down there. Right there. You can't see it. There you go. But just looking between the two, you can see really where there's a difference next to the keyboard and the speaker grill up at the top. It's actually a neat picture right there. And the iBook has a translucent G3 keyboard. But let's go ahead and go over the specs of this thing, because I haven't done that yet. This is one of the very last PowerBooks to ever be made in, well, its last model, but this one was made in November of 2005, which these generations actually lasted up until the MacBook was introduced in May of 2006. So this is a 1.42 gigahertz. That's the highest G4 you could get in an iBook, and the RAM is maxed out at 1.5 gigs of DDR PC 2700. These never saw a DDR2 update like the Power Mac or the iMac or the PowerBooks, but they're still speedy. There's all that good stuff. So it's a PowerBook 6.7, of course, an iBook G4. Has a 142 megahertz bus speed, which is unfortunate because if you go look at the G5s, it's like 1 gigahertz, 1.35, all that. So let's look at graphics. Built in, this has a Radeon 96, or not, I was going to say 9650, but that's the G5 as well. It has a Mobility Radeon 9550, which is a 32 megabyte graphics chip. Course memory, like I said, it's PC 2700. There's actually 500 megs of built-in on here. So that means if you have like a 2004 model iBook, all you can do is 1.25 gigs of RAM. Like I said, there's USB high-speed bus. Let's go to ATi. We have a Matsushita DVD-R drive, which is a 4X SuperDrive. So burn DVDs, read CDs, burn CDs, all that fun stuff except for dual layer discs. And then we have a Hitachi, which was out of a 12-inch PowerBook, and it's a 5400 RPM drive. Stock was something like 4600 or 4300 or something. So that's pretty much it for that. I'll back out and get a picture of both the iBooks. So I hope you enjoyed this first PowerPC video, and expect more to come on other Macs and stuff like PowerBooks or MDDs, and I have G5s behind me and other stuff. So talk to you guys later.